Good evening, everybody. My name is Osaho, and I think I better introduce myself as a lover of adventure. And I'm going to be sharing with you an experience I've had for the past close to 6 months now. Thank you. Um, One of the things I question a whole lot about society is what really supports creativity. What really matters? This is 21st century. Like the previous speaker said something about education and the things we get to learn from the first, second revolution in the educational system. It's fine. But there are a few things I've found that I will consider it an experiment. Thank God the parents of one of the kids that was involved in this is not actually here. So I'm free to say some things I want to say. I question something. Is education not beyond just literacy and accumulation of knowledge of 200 years ago? That's something I asked a few months ago. And there was something I found. But I found that with an experiment. I took a few children from age 6 to age 9 in 1 month exercise. Now, this was more like a drastic 1 month. I call it a boot camp. It involved exposure to technological tools, what we call your basic computer knowledge, and as well as advanced programming. Mind you, I said 6 years to 9 years. The result of that was, at the end of the day, we had children who were able to produce games, animations, and some wonderful softwares. Like I said, 6 years to 9 years. But the most exciting part of it is not the fact that they were able to produce something. But the most exciting part of it was our observation and a gap we feel that is in our educational system today. Like, please, I'm not an educator. I'm just someone that loves adventure and someone that loves to question his environments. In the educational system, even as parents, there are few skills I think is missing in our educational system, even as parents, as we parent our children. The first thing I think we should learn is middle class. I grew up I would call it a middle class family where I had the best of education when it comes to primary and secondary education. But I think there was something that was missing there. We're taught the whole idea of being alone, produce and pass exams alone. We're not really taught teamwork. Because what we call teamwork was called examination malpractice, am I right? Now, I know, yes, some of us will get to question those things. But I can share a testimony of someone or a story of someone. Someone I know, he was not known as a very smart student over there, back then in school. But there was something that was so striking about him. He was a team player. He was a team player. Today, John stands as a brand manager for a multinational company. Not because he's the smartest, but he knew how to get people to make things work. That's a skill that's missing. Another thing we found out also was networking. I don't know, but if you are like me, I grew up with the ideology that don't talk to strangers. I don't know if we got that too. Strangers are bad. They may use it to do money. But if today, in the 21st century, you're not teaching your children how to network, they don't know how to connect to people that actually should help them. Because what people will call strangers today, trust me, they're just friends we've not known yet. The third thing we also found was innovativeness and improvisation. In course of this 1 month of boot camp with these children, one thing I found was this. I could remember the students coming back and telling me, "Uncle, please, we're having challenge in this. How do I get to do it? Oh, something is missing. The software, I couldn't get this." I said, "Figure it out. Oh, something is missing here. We did not bring it. We did not bring a projector. Okay, fine. How do we go about it?" Now, that's also sparked creativity in the children's head. How do we go about it? Now, I have limited resources. How do I go about it? That's innovativeness, and that's improvisation. The fourth skill also, I believe, that we also saw in the course of that 1 month was problem solving. I believe education is useless if you cannot help you to question the environment and bring out real solution that your society will be grateful for. I believe that what we call education, we call education over time has been literacy. Yes, you can read, you can write. But what happens when you just can't even handle the waste management problem you have in your environment? What happens when you just can't handle the sewage situation you have in your today environment? Then your education and your PhD and whatever educational level you've attained is useless. Today, we celebrate the Chinese, but the Chinese, they are not scared of putting one or two together, no matter how rough. And they bring it together and build up something awesome. Today, we have a wonderful people which we call Africa. You know, Africa. When we talk about Africa on a global space, I tell my friend, the issue is this: me and you are the issue of Africa. This is the point. We remember when, I think that was early, yes, I was quite very young then. In the early 90s, you could have Japanese products. In fact, when you hear Japanese products, you just have a cold feet and you don't want to buy Japanese products. But it took Japanese that were able to get Japanese products, no matter how substandard they were. And that was because they were able to accept creativity at its raw form. And it grew over time. So problem solving is a part key. It's a critical key, I believe, that should be inculcated in our educational system. Another one is possibility mentality. During my NYC service, one of the issues I had having a conversation with a few persons was their perception. For example, I go on a conversation with you and I ask you, what's your plan after NYC? And it was so shocking when I hear people talk about, I want to just look for one place where they just pay 30,000 naira job. And I will just work there and I'll just be happy. Or I want to. Now, the issue is not the 30,000 naira job. The issue is the fact that I have a whole lot of problems to solve. Young people have never seen getting money as a result of solving a problem. They've always seen it as depending on a system that should give them something that they deserve. But trust me, it doesn't work that way. It starts from us questioning our environment. It starts from us being creative and bringing out solutions that society will be grateful for. Now, the question is this. What really matters to us as a nation? What really matters to us as a nation? Like I said earlier on, I'm someone that loves adventure and I love to test a whole lot of new things. This made us bet Junior Tech Africa. Now, Junior Tech Africa I call it a platform that helps to mentor children on not just tech, but to have all these tools in them. The most important thing for us is not for them to become a tech guru, no. The most important thing for us is for them to learn these 5 skills and even more. Because we believe that in the 21st century, if you want to be useful, it's not all about all that's in your head. It's all about what you can make to pass. It's all about what you can make to happen. So thank you very much, and I hope I made a lot of sense to us. As a parent, with you. As an educator, as an influencer in any way you are. If you have a child with you, make sure that these 5 things, they get to learn it. Because just a matter of time, they will be the ones that will be complaining of Nigeria like you're doing right now, if you don't do that. Thank you.